Asante sana, Governor. Now, Your Excellency, we are here to celebrate our incredible sportsmen and women who have qualified to fly our flag on the biggest, grandest sporting arena or stage in the world, the Olympics. It doesn't get bigger than the Olympics in the sporting world. And we celebrate all these people. And as you have seen, Your Excellency, from the two representatives, hawa ni majenzi. Hawa ni majenzi ambao wako frontline ya kutumia sporti kupromote Kenya. Tupatie hawa majenzi a round of applause. But Your Excellency, we are also celebrating a very proud tradition, a very proud heritage. Kenya is by far, by miles, the most successful African country in Olympics history, winning over 100 medals. And we have been on this stage, Your Excellency, from 1964, at the very birth of our nation, when Kiprugut Arap Chumo, the late, who, Your Excellency, under your order, instructions, we have honored him by renaming the Kericho Green Stadium to Wilson Kiprugut Chumo Stadium as the first Kenyan to win our very first Olympics medal. Also sending a message that your administration is keen on honoring this heritage and honoring our athletes. Your Excellency, we also celebrate today the rollout of our sports apparels value chain. We conducted an incredible competition, national competition, Your Excellency, jointly between the Ministry and the National Olympics Committee. The competition was about designing the appropriate national dress for Team Kenya. And hundreds of young people across the country participated in this competition. And tonight you are joined by 4 young people, majenzi wote, who won this competition to dress Team Kenya at the Olympics. And so this is also an opportunity for us to celebrate the creativity, the innovation of our young people in igniting that sports apparels value chain. And as a commitment to that value chain, Your Excellency, we have decided as a ministry, together with the committee, the National Olympics Committee, to commercialize their creations. And so when you enter Kenya House in Paris, you'll be able to purchase the creations of these young people at Kenya House in Paris. But even for our citizens that will be cheering Team Kenya back here at home, we have also put in place a plan of how you can purchase these creations to celebrate the identity of Kenya at the Olympics. Sports apparels value chain, straight from the plan, a better agenda program. Your Excellency, we are therefore delighted as a ministry to present to you 70 Olympics athletes and 9 Paralympic athletes who have qualified for those 2 segments, with the Olympics kicking off on 26th of this month and running until the 11th of August, and thereafter the Paralympics program. I am delighted to report to you, Your Excellency, that this particular Olympics will witness an extended spread of disciplines, and President Taggart has indicated the 6 disciplines: athletics, rugby, swimming, fencing, judo, as the areas where we have qualified athletes. I'm also glad to report to you, Your Excellency, that this is the best prepared Kenya team to any Olympics in history. And government has invested in this team appropriately. We have invested in qualification, and we have taken all federations to all qualification opportunities around the world. We have invested in training, both here at home, at Kasarani, in Eldoret for high altitude training. We have invested in a special training camp in Mihamas, in the south of France, in the Marseille region, which has been available for a whole year for Team Kenya to train. And I'm delighted to acknowledge the partnership between the government of Kenya and the government of France in that respect, and particularly the municipality of Mihamas. And Ambassador Suke, asante sana for that incredible show of friendship. Your Excellency, let me conclude by announcing here that in the spirit of the austerity measures that you have taken, there is no space, there is no room for joyriders in Paris. There is only space for Team Kenya to fly the Kenyan flag in Paris. And so Team Kenya is going to be very lean, but we have provided information to everybody who wishes to travel to Paris. We have provided information to the Council of Governors. We have provided information to Parliament and to the public. You are welcome to travel to Paris to cheer Team Kenya at your expense, in the spirit of supporting Team Kenya together. Even the government delegation is going to be at the barest minimum. I mean, we have to tighten the belt in every space. And the space is not just around the president's waist. It's around the waist of all 50 million Kenyans, including those who want to enjoy the Olympics. Your Excellency, finally, we have a special production, a very brief production, to show you the creations of the young Kenyans who won the national kit competition. It's a brief clip which I will invite our media team to quickly play so that you can see the journey to the kit that you will also be unveiling today. If we are ready, please, we could play the kit.
Champions and traditional world beaches positions itself for excellence at the 2024 Olympics in Paris, France. A perfect avenue to further exhibit our prowess and uniqueness, donning outfits that embody our essence while exuding the indomitable Kenyan spirit. Last year, the Ministry of Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports, in partnership with the National Olympics Committee of Kenya, ignited a national call for submissions from creators across the country in the realms of fashion design and the apparel industry.
This has been a truly inclusive process. It has been very transparent. It has been very open. The process is going to give us a truly, truly Kenyan feel.
A deliberate move that ultimately gave an opportunity to participants to present creations that would tick the boxes of decent, contemporary, and magically Kenyan.
The opening ceremony has what we call the Parade of Nations. The Parade of Nations is something that every country looks forward to. It marks the beginnings of the Games. And something that's very significant is the outfits. For the first time, the National Olympic Committee of Kenya decided to be disruptive in their approach for the opening ceremony.
Behind the scenes, a solid panel of judges and constructive critics drawn from accomplished industry heads, experienced administrators, and new generation youngsters, former Olympians and legends were pulled to meticulously comb through the submissions to ensure that professionalism, creativity, authenticity, and heritage were eminent stage by stage.
We felt the best thing is to incorporate representation from every sector, most importantly, the athletes.
Getting athletes involved in that process of selecting and selecting the Olympics kit, I think it's a good step, it's a bold step. I think it makes the athletes also feel like they are part of the whole process. And like you said, the Olympic opening ceremony, it's amazing, it's grand. I think I've been there twice.
Over 120 competitive submissions were received, not only mapping out the diverse regional representation, but also unearthing a multitude of hidden talents right from the grassroots. A vivid revelation that aligns with the strategic bottom-up economic transformation agenda that commits to fair and equitable distribution of opportunities right from the bottom of the pyramid.
The submissions were amazing. They really did have a lot of thought put into them. They thought into the culture, into the color, into the meaning, and that was amazing.
With inclusion as a key component of governance, no detail was spared in the design process.
Especially as the paras, not all clothes that we can wear, for them to hear our opinions and actually working on them, it's amazing.
Now creatives have a chance to have a say in some of these big things, like the Olympics.
Evidently a great win for the fashion and the creative industry at large. Top talents from the competition are not only bound for national recognition, but also handsome monetary rewards, with up to 900,000 Kenyan shillings up for grabs, set to propel their endeavors even further in the apparel value chain.
To enter this competition was to show that the Kenyan creative environment is very rich, and I wanted to share what I love doing, which is dressing up.
It means I'm on the right path, career path, and it is a very good boost.
I was like, this is happening, like this is amazing. Like everyone is looking at me, everyone is cheering me on, so it was just euphoric.
We come with one purpose, to celebrate these artists that have done this job. For us to make sure that when we go to Paris, we will be donning national colors done by these young people.
Look ni kitu muhimu zaidi. And that is why we have taken time to curate a fitting look for Team Kenya. Careful, aware that we are heading to the fashion and romance capital of the world. So we have been careful to make sure that when Team Kenya steps out in Paris on 26th of July, we want the whole world to sit back and say, wow, here comes Africa's most successful Olympics nation. Because that is who we are.
Your Excellency, that is a journey that has taken us to a kit that represents not only the creativity of our young people, but also reflects who we are as a nation. And Your Excellency, this is part of our monetization agenda of rewarding talent in every respect. And as I call the athletes to display to you some of those creations, let me also confirm to you that as you instructed, we have reviewed the reward scheme for our athletes, and the cash rewards have been boosted significantly. And the allowances have also been boosted significantly. Lakini tumeambiwa kwamba kwa sababu Olimpiki ndio kilele cha yote, ndio mambo yote, tumeambiwa ya kwamba turudi tena tuangalie, tucheki, na tunafanya hivyo. Kwa hivyo mambo ni mazuri, mambo yako sawa. Mambo yako bien. So let me ask Mary and a few of our athletes to walk in with the part of the kit.
What you have displayed in front of you is the opening ceremony kit, followed